So between USA and China, who is more friendly to Africa? Like, let me just give an instance now. Let's just say, like, economically, like, who has like Africans' interest more at heart? Okay, this question is an interesting one. So come on, let's go find out.
I feel China is friendly to Africa. The mistake we personally, Africans, what we do is that we fail to understand what we are, what we value more as a nation, as a continent, what we want more. We don't need a capitalist tendency. It has been all over our system, and it has not helped us. Instead, they exploit us. They exploit our resources, they exploit everything we can think of. But when you look at China, China is encouraging us to go back to our own ways, find our own ways, our own solution of ways of doing, putting out things in the best ways we can do it. You understand? They have their own books, they have their own education. If you look at our own education, we don't practice what is called functional education. But China practice what is functional education. That's why you see the system, things are working for them. But like, unlike we, it's not working for us because we are not practicing. We are looking at the Westerners, taking advice. IMF, World Banks, and every other things like it's not helping. She gets. So it doesn't help. It don't. So that's the way I see it. Africa, Chinese favors more on terms of trade, not the Western. This thing doesn't. It's not favoring us at all.
I think it's China. Yeah, because like if you look already, you already know that China and Nigeria they are like working on something. Most of our things are like coming from China, and they are ready to develop with us. But I think the US they feel like they are more developed than us, so they don't really want to like build with us. Get so to China we are like a developing country and we have potentials. But to the US, I think they develop more. They have more interest in our music and arts. But when it comes to infrastructure, like I think it's China that has our infrastructure interest at heart.
It's China.
Okay, your reason?
Yeah, it's because the more they love Nigeria, they provide for them. As in they do some things. I just like China. I like them. I feel like they are more. I don't know how to say it, but it's China.
China,
Okay, give us your reason.
because they no get racist and they know they do black, white, stuff like that. And mostly they dey employ black people pass for their country, not like USA.
Me, I prefer China because one thing about China people, they are investors and mostly of their things in Nigeria. At least we have seen how mostly they come to Nigeria, invest, have many things to do. So, but USA, I don't really think it's the best for us. But I prefer China than USA.
We all know that the Chinese doesn't have the African interest at heart. They are all here just to extort Africans because with the way they operate, you can easily notice that they are not here to give us the best which we deserve. They are here to take our resources. And what stops them from producing what they export from this place and they take away our raw materials and give us and already made materials. So we have to be sincere with ourselves. We Africans, we have to wise up and make our words our bond. That is just my simple definition of it all.
Yeah, I think China.
Okay, your reason?
And my reasons is that most of the products we use in Nigeria, they are all made from China. And at least they do consider our economy because most times American products are very, very much costlier than China. So they do consider our economic. So the lesser the price, I can afford it easily.
For me, it's USA.
Okay, why?
I feel okay from my own understanding. USA has the world power has been doing a lot of things in terms of defense, in terms of economic reforms to ensure that Africa come up to the stage in economic development because they believe that's the way they can actually interact with Africa through economic trade and import and export affiliations. But China, on the other hand, although they provide loans to Africa, they provide loans to Africa, but I feel they also understand fully well that these loans cannot be paid back in the long run. So they tend to gain through our economy, through our sectors, in the long run if you don't pay back. So that's just their own.
I think US.
Okay, your reason.
In terms of development and the innovative part of them, and at least they are lending Nigerian money, something like that. Yes, so they're helping us to like develop the economy of the country and all that, even through constructions and all that. That's the reason I prefer. They are more friendly than China.
That is China. I think China is more friendly to Nigeria than other, like USA I'm talking about.
Okay, why?
And the reason is that ever since I grown up and I've been seeing some of these development and some of these industries are created by China. On your way going to this area, there's this particular village called Tungamaje here. You see that we have Chinese company there. Likewise, you are going towards Gwagwalada, we still have some of them there. But ever since I grown up, I have not seen anything like maybe an USA as maybe they are trying to do something. So that's the reason why I prefer maybe China are more having that mindset of assisting we.
Between USA and China, who is more friendly to Africans?
I think China,
Okay, your reason.
because most of China product like is easy to access in Nigeria than USA products.
China,
Okay, your reason.
because China are more close to us and they are friendly, and sometimes China owns more factories in Nigeria, especially some African countries like that.
Okay, I think China,
What are your reasons?
because they are more civilized in technology, in terms of natural things. They produce more.
I guess the China should be,
Okay, tell us your reason.
because like most of their products, I've seen lots of products made in China. So I think I've seen less of that of the USA, but much I've seen is the China.
Okay, to me it's USA, because USA they do it freely, like they don't want anything in return. But China and seeing USA like mostly their country they speak English. But in China, if you compare it to China they have, I don't think most of them do speak English, and maybe that is why they do things to get game back from us from Africa. But USA they do it freely. They don't want any interest from us. So to me it's USA.
Well, for me, I would say US. US because
Your reason.
US and Nigerians, not like China doesn't work with Nigerians, but for me, US has more to offer to us than Chinese because we can't even really relate to them. Chinese only gives goods, you understand? We transport and import goods from them. But in US, we have a lot to gain from there.
The truth talk be say China they try for Nigerians. I never see any product made of USA. If you check, even the phone where they use for hand, if you check, made in China. Most of our cars where they drive today, made in China. Most of the goods wey they transport come Nigeria. Most of them are made in China. So me, I never see anything where USA they do. Their own are to just they brag. We are the giant of the world, stuff like that. But China, with their juju wey they still get, they still do things for Nigeria. They really benefit from them. Especially all these technology stuffs, all this. The truth be say they try for us. They try. So imagine with the way this war take big. Na only China product plenty for the whole of Nigeria. It means say other country no dey go do am ni. The question na the answer na no. But imagine China upon how they take upgrade upon their technology, but still they import their goods from outside still come Nigeria. Omo, China na the best o. They dey try, I swear. Omo, big kudos to China.
Me I go talk say na China, because China no they dey try for us. Even though you check now, you go international airport sef, many Chinas they dey Nigeria. But you see this USA, what I not like for USA, you see all these racists of a thing. Sometimes you go watch for Facebook. USA, you go like, me you enter box with USA person. You go say you black, you dey like all this racism of a thing now. But you see China, no, China they get us as hard because many China products there and they try. China they try well. China they try well, but me I prefer China. China get us as hard more than USA.
I think it's China, because the US they give out loans to Nigeria, having like should I say, they actually give conditions on how to use the loan, on how to go about the loan. They even supervise the loan. But China they give out loan
without supervising it, and they give a specific time when you can pay back. And I think like that is just the whole thing. Yeah.